Right, everyone, welcome to Trending This Week with Mystic Squad. Jack, thank you for hosting the venue this week. That's very nice of
Yeah,
you.
no bother.
We're going to discuss a few important things that have happened this week, starting with World War III. Now, Jack, I believe you know a bit more than I do about this situation.
Well, what I do know is that Mr. Trump, he's long promised to take American troops out of the Middle East. That's one thing. And
So,
apparently the US relations with Iran have become more tense as he has ramped up sanctions and pulled out of a nuclear deal he viewed as flawed.
right, okay. So, would you
But,
like to
but,
explain for
but,
us what that means? Because a lot of us are dumb here and don't understand.
so by taking troops out of the Middle East, that means that Donald Trump doesn't want to start a war. He made that action to kind of stop, and he basically said, Trump quoted, "We took action to stop and not start a war."
So from
So
what
by
I heard,
taking,
they had plots to harm US citizens and plots on US soil of attacks and terror attacks. So that is why Donald dropped the bomb in the first place. Obviously, we don't believe everything that we see on
yeah,
the
no,
internet,
like,
but
because Trump said it, and as an interview, his ideas and obviously his opinions could be biased or not like fully true. Like we need obviously first primary sources and accounts to find out the real reason why that one of the main leaders in Middle Eastern areas was bombed.
yeah, no, I get what you mean. That's very helpful to everyone out there who is wondering about World War III. Will we be booting up the laces? Sam, do you have anything to say on the matter?
Will be pretty like missiles will soon be classed as offside by VAR, so they'll just be disallowed. I can't.
Right. Jonas, do you have anything to say on the matter at all?
No.
I've been
Oh,
called
that's
for
all
a
from
late meeting.
Jonas. Anyway, to the point though, I don't think we'll ever find out the exact reasons. I mean, the price in oil has gone up massively ever since the bomb hit. So I don't know if it's a shortage of oil and we're going to actually invade Iran for oil. Or, I mean, that's a very unrealistic thing, but George Bush did the same when he was in power. Just forged a fake war in Iran to basically invade them and steal their oil. Jack, any complaints with that one? Or is that a fair assumption? Hello, Jack? Jack? Jack?
Finben.
Right, so welcome back everyone. It appears Ireland has just been nuked or something. Jack's disappeared, so Iran well played on that one. Veganaury boys, before we move on to the big topic this week, which is VAR obviously. Veganaury, do you guys think that having a month named after veganism has gone a little too far, maybe?
Definitely.
Yeah, Jonas, why do you think that? I mean, being a fisherman yourself and basically being the Aquaman of Belgium, do you have a problem with this?
I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but there's been proven that there are nutrients in meat that we just can't avoid,
Agreed.
and we still need to consume it. Otherwise, you'll have to use like supplements and all those energy things that are also not good for your body.
Agreed. I don't think we can just eat grass for to survive. No, but it's true. You do. I don't know what I would do about meat because
Mate, because no pizza pepperoni, mate.
yeah, imagine no pepperoni on pizza. I mean, fucking pineapples. Onto other news this week. So yeah, I do think Veganaury has gone too far. But if we're moving on from that, football scores this week. So Wednesday the 1st of January, we had Brighton and Hove Albion. Sorry, I'm going to cut that out. Brighton versus Chelsea, 1-1. Burnley versus Villa, 2-1 Villa away from home. Very good result. Leicester smacked Newcastle 3-0. They should have whacked St. Maximum on. Southampton beat Spurs 1-0. Shocking game. Danny Ings pulling up another goal again, I believe, to add to his tally of 14 this season.
Ben, mate, you
Watford...
got the wrong scores. It was the FA Cup third round today, and you've run out with the wrong scores.
That's what I said. I said Wednesday the 1st.
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah, new day fixtures.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, go on.
Thank you. Did I say the Watford one?
Watford 2-1 Wolves.
Yeah, well, Watford with a shock result against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 2-1 to Watford, and they're on a winning streak at the moment, boys. Isn't that right?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, they came back from the ashes of the relegation zone. So Norwich drew 1-1 with Palace. Very boring game. West Ham turned up though, smacking Bournemouth 4-0. That's another big loss for Bournemouth, and looking likely to have relegation. And then the shocker of the first was 2-0 Arsenal against Manchester United.
Pepe Monkey. You had a good game for the first in the year.
Pepe turned up with an assist, I believe, and a goal. He did play very well. Looked a bit more of a threat than he usually does. On terms of Jesse Lingard, probably done.
I mean, he's matched his fucking he's matched his assist and goal record from last year already.
In one game.
It's only the first day of the year.
So yeah, I mean, I actually believe he scored one goal last year. Because he completely killed
0-0 for the whole of the 19.
Alright, I'm not going to argue with that, as that's facts. That might have been a cup game. Anyway, moving on to that Thursday, the 2nd of January, Liverpool beat Sheffield United 2-0, which was actually a really good game. Little VAR controversy again, but I actually want to talk about what happened with the Aston Villa goal that got disallowed. When was that? It was against Burnley. So Jack Grealish's goal, offside. I'm going to show it to you guys now on screen. How this is getting called offside with VAR, I have no idea. It wasn't that's not even Jack Grealish's foot as well. So it's a little shocking. I know the other guy was slightly involved in the play, but the ball went straight over his head. Sam, how do you think VAR is affecting football?
Oh, it's not very good, is it? There's no edgy City moments anymore. It's all no one celebrates either because they're always waiting to see who actually scored the goal that they just have.
That is the point.
It's quite shocking to see Divock Origi, the happiest player in football, not celebrate after screaming it home from 40 yards out. Blatantly onside in his own half, nonetheless, and still caught offside.
The VAR mousetrap is catching quite a few players out. Going quite a lot in Liverpool's favour, I would say, at the moment.
Liverpool.
Quite.
I mean, yeah. Jonas, do you have VAR in Belgian football?
No, we don't.
And are you still enjoying your football?
Yeah, it's obviously better because you can enjoy the goals you see and don't have to wait to actually celebrate because they'll get disallowed, like half of them. It's not fun to watch football anymore. And
you support Bruges, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Are they now Europa League football? Or?
Yes, they are.
They are. So
facing Man United.
Comparing watching Bruges in Europe playing Champions League, and I don't know if VAR's affected their games much, but have you noticed anything?
No, not directly, but it still affects every single game because they look so closely. I think it would be a good idea if they can still use VAR, but not with all the lines and geometry and all that thing.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it ridiculous, and the game is stopped for way too long, and it's just sitting there and not doing anything.
That is true. I think, Sam, every Premier League game we've seen for a while, me and you, there's been like 5 minutes plus extra time.
Because they were deliberating about whether it was actually a goal or not.
Yeah, I mean, VAR in itself takes 2 minutes, even for the bloody check to be complete. So it's just... It ruins the momentum and like the non-celebrate. Like if I score a goal in football, I want to run and celebrate, and you know, in front of the fans.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't want to be called offside.
Looking like a mug in case you get called offside.
Like, I think it's pathetic, and it's the slightest things nowadays. Like how someone's heel is offside. I mean, that's a matter of. It's not even
if you've got size 10 feet, you're in danger, aren't you? Really, making a tactical run.
Like,
is that offside?
They should do it like in hockey. Like you can request one, let's say one VAR that you can actually replay for a good 2 minutes that they request in every half. They can request once.
So you're saying have an appeal?
Stopped that much.
So you like it's like that's in cricket as well. So you appeal, and if you get it right, you get to keep the appeal.
Yeah.
If you get it wrong. But then is there enough goals scored in the Premier League? Because if you look at a lot of the results, like Brighton and Chelsea 1-1, Villa Burnley 2-1. Southampton
always
1-0. You know, there's quite a lot of close games in there.
Yeah, there will always be moments when you think they actually were offside and I still scored, and then you can appeal to what. I think it would be better for the gameplay.
Yeah, I agree. I also think if the ref actually went to the camera instead of having it in, where is it? Is it Stockley Park, Sam?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So, because at the end of the day, it's still someone's opinion. Like, I don't care. They're measuring, they're whacking all these lines across the pitch, but what are they actually doing? And do they actually know when the ball has been released off the player's foot?
They might as well just put a tablet on the ref's arm.
Exactly. Just flipping, put a UAV over the ground or something. So back on the topic of World War III, Sam, obviously as Americans, or America's probably greatest allies, England will be hopping in the war, or Great Britain. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'd have thought so. You know, you can't just, like, it's all the United Nations and that, so I think at some point we'll be involved.
I would like to get the draft up and get us out our rooms.
Just go outside. You don't got your room, just go outside. It's not hard.
Jack, Ireland. Do you reckon they'll be getting the call up?
Like what? Like Ireland will be getting called up?
No,
Yeah,
do you think you'll be getting drafted into the United Nations 11?
No. And
No?
I strongly believe that because Ireland have been neutral since World War II.
They've been looted.
To go to war.
Neutral.
Oh right, I thought this was looted.
Sounds like you're backing out to me, not gonna lie.
Not
Jack's
backing out,
hot
we've just
stupid.
been neutral since World War II.
Jack's a bit pussy to fight in the war.
Not even that. It's just that we've been neutral and we have no problems with Iran or the US. So that's therefore why we're neutral and that
Yeah,
we
to
don't
be
fight.
Fair
Are you in
enough.
with the enemy, Jack? Are you a traitor?
I mean, if you were to pick a side, Jack, who would you pick?
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if you were the enemy, to be honest.
If you had to pick a side, who'd you pick? You haven't got to, but if you had to, who'd you pick?
I'd probably pick US. Like,
Scopes.
Okay.
Are you sure? Is it definitely US?
Is that, do you want to phone a friend? Is that your final answer?
what is this? Who wants to be a millionaire?
50-50?
Okay, Jack, didn't you have some more to say on the matter?
Not really.
No? I mean, what do
I
you have to
mean,
say
the
about
US
Donald?
did say that. I mean, Donald Trump said that whatever action is necessary, we will take whatever action is necessary against Iran.
I would agree with that statement. I mean, yeah, a man like Donald, to
But
be fair.
apparently, thousands of people are like really upset about this, and they're mourning over the leader's death.
Yeah, there has been quite a turnout, I would say. A big rally in Iran. Just to support the death of their leader. Jack, do you know his
Yeah.
name? Sorry, I can't quite pronounce it.
Quasar Soleimani.
So he was hit for basically plotting attacks against the US.
In Baghdad in Iraq.
Where everyone's allowed one mess up, isn't they?
It's not.
Like all
It's,
the time.
Sam, it's not even that. It's based on a political reason. He's
Political
saying he's
what?
doing
Give me
this to
that.
stop a war. How is he stopping a war if he's bombing someone?
Okay, I'll give you a question, yeah? So, say for example, if you're going to have a fight in school, you go and stab that kid, he can't
It's
fight
nothing
you
to do
anymore.
with a school.
It does. Sam's got a
Talking
point. It
about
does
two
just
countries
cripple
that could possibly
the
go to
enemy.
war in future weeks.
Just cripple the enemy.
Well, coming from a cripple yourself, Sam, you would obviously know.
Obviously, because obviously I've been stabbed in school, haven't I?
Oh yes,
Obviously,
plenty of times by the likes of Dylan Ballard and other sorts.
Dylan Ballard coming at me with a big Rambo knife.
And Shane Kettle, and man like Harrison coming at you with a machete. I mean,
Oh, my wrists. Oh, they haven't been safe since day one.
yeah, I mean he's actually Iraqian himself, Harrison.
Is he?
Yeah, well,
Get that.
so. Anyways, this is all we had time
Okay.
for this week. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great rest of your week, which consists of one day, and a good next week. Happy New Year, everyone, and thank you for watching the video.